And that was why when you are talking about these people agitating for separation, I said the North is ready for separation. We are ready to go. What do we really need? In fact, if you ask me, I will tell you, looking at the arrangement, the structural arrangement of northern Nigeria today, if the North is not part of the other countries, if today we separated, the North will be far better than it is today. Because why? What are we talking about? The other regions are talking about power control or control of resources. The major resources we are talking about today is oil. It has been discovered in the Lake Chad Basin. That is first greater in quality than the one we have in the other part of Nigeria. Two, it is...
Hello and what's up, guys? In this video, something shocking was said and is causing serious tension across Nigeria. A bold voice from the North has just declared, we are ready for separation. Yes, you heard that right. According to him, if Nigeria divides today, the North will actually be more developed than any other region. Why? He says the Lake Chad Basin holds oil reserves with better quality and more quantity than those in the Niger Delta. Oil that could last 75 years compared to just 15 years in the South region. And that's not all. He claims northern Nigeria has more gold than even Ghana or South Africa. Huge deposit in Zamfara and Benengwari, yet these places are plagued by insecurity. Why? He says it is all part of a grand strategy to stop the North from rising. Guys, I will let you watch the video for yourself so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look, guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
And that was why when you are talking about these people agitating for separation, I said the North is ready for separation. We are ready to go. What do we really need? In fact, if you ask me, I will tell you, looking at the arrangement, the structural arrangement of northern Nigeria today, if the North is not part of the other countries, if today we separated, the North will be far better than it is today. Because why? What are we talking about? The other regions are talking about power control or control of resources. The major resources we are talking about today is oil. It has been discovered in the Lake Chad Basin. That is first greater in quality than the one we have in the other part of Nigeria. Two, it is greater in quantity. The one we have in the other part of Nigeria will be finishing in 15 years. The one that has just been discovered, if harnessed, will last 75 years. So what do we really need? We have a deposit of gold in Benengwari that is more than the one we are having in South Africa and in Ghana. We have another deposit of gold in Zamfara. That is why you have the bandit in Zamfara. That is why you have those bandits in Benengwari. Why are we having the Boko Haram, so much Boko Haram problem? It's because of the oil that's been discovered. It is in the Lake Chad Basin. And that was why you see they will never want to have peace in that area, because once you have, the North is going to develop more than you think. And don't forget, the economic power of Nigeria was northern Nigeria. We were the economic power, we were the economic heart. That was why everything, even the education that the Southerners and the Easterners had, it was from the resources of the North that they were sponsored to go to school and get the education they are having today. So if today, it is not debatable. It is there. If you don't know, I'm telling you, maybe you don't have knowledge of it.
Maybe what I am just telling you now is, no, Doctor, let me just, sorry for taking your time.
Let me conclude on this, because I don't want you to interfere with this until I am done with it. So this is what that is why we said the North today is ready for separation, if you call for separation, because if we are separated today, I am telling you, we will grow bigger, we will grow better, we will grow stronger, and we will have better infrastructural development. And in any case, with due respect to other regions, I'm not trying to look down on it, but political administration of Nigeria relies in North. It is only a northerner that you will give leadership, that he will be fair enough to carry everybody along. So we, like in the past, Sardauna, Zeke and Awolowo said, let's forget our differences. When they were discussing with Sardauna, he said, no, let us not forget our differences. Let us discuss our differences, because that is what will guide us towards how best we can lead this nation. This is a northerner for you. So today, if you said the North, people calling for agitating for separation, people calling for disintegration, people calling for restructuring, the North is fully prepared. The North is fully ready for either you call it separation or disintegration or what, or restructuring. We are strong enough to stand on our feet. And please, mind you one thing before you cut me. if that is going to happen, because we are northerners and everything that has been harnessed in Nigeria has been harnessed with northern economic power before the discovery of oil. While you are going to have Oduduwa Republic, the others are going to have Biafra, we in the north will continue to exist as Nigeria and Nigerians. I am telling you, and we will be better for it. So we are ready for it. And then if you call for restructuring, power shift, if we all agree to continue to live as Nigerians, fine, we are also ready. We are ready to go. And I will tell you one thing. If you separate, the north will remain as a block. Yes, I hear some people say that, we know, like the ones that are calling middle belt. I am telling you, even in that, you have only 2 or 3 states out of the 6 states that will be doing that. And even among them, there will be separation. So the north will go as a block. But if you give power, if you separate today, first, if you have a Biafra Republic, the Biafra will not stand, because already Niger Deltans are saying we are not going.
Arabata kawai wallahi a ra'ayina da masu ra'ayi irin nawa kasan nan ta rubu. Arabata kawai, arabata Oduduwa su dauki nasu, Biafra su dauki nasu, mu musulmi mu dauki namu. Wallahi wannan shine solution. Arabata, araba kasan, wannan shine ra'ayin mu. Arabata su ci man su umma mai din ne, a bar mu da shanun mu, a bar mu da waken mu, a bar mu da gyadan mu, a bar mu da shinkafan mu, a bar mu da dawon mu, a bar mu da geron mu. Ku je ku ci fetur din, ku je ku ci. Araba kasar, mu samu mu dabbaka shari'ar musulunci. Ba wata shegiya Ngozi ko Dabora da za ta zo ta fi tsirara suke rabin mamanta a waje ta bata tarbiyyar ƴaƴanmu, ta bata, ba shegin da ta yi haka da sunan constitution ya bada right. Babu wannan. A rabu kawai, wallahi rabuwan kasa ne shine alheri ga musulunci, ga musulmai. Wallahi tallahi shine. Kuma shine munafukan cikin mu da su ƙara bayyana mu gano su. Ko kudu ko arewa. Allah ya arabata. Domin ba za mu yarda ana kashe mana ƴan uwan musulmi ba, mu kuma su suna zaune a nan lafiya, ba zai yi ba. Gwamnati ki ta kinnot, ba za mu yarda ba. Ba za mu yarda a kashe mutane musu suna zaune a lafiya suna ɗebe matattalin arzikin ƙasa ba. Ba za mu yarda ba wannan ba. An fa zo wajen red line, ba za mu yarda da wannan ba. Shine gaskiyar magana, ba za mu yarda ba. Yawwa. Ko da a yi stopping ko kuma a yi yaƙi. Wannan shine gaskiya.
You know, before now in Nigeria, the Northerners have been they've always been against the separation of Nigeria. But why are they interested now? Let me explain. Since the history of Nigeria, it seems that the Igbos has always been interested in separation of Nigeria, or maybe getting out of Nigeria, which resulted to the Biafra that you'll be hearing and all that. So recently, in recent days, we started hearing the Oduduwa, the Yorubas, saying, oh, we too want to go. But it seems that the North has never been interested in leaving Nigeria. They love Nigeria than every other region. But what happened that recently, the Northerners are also saying that, oh, we too, we are tired, we want to leave, we too, no one stay again. Why? Anyway, listen to this.
Whether we like it or not, there is a problem. We need to discuss the problem. We are disagreeing with ourselves, and we have every reason to disagree. The North, before now, is saying we don't believe in separation. But as I'm standing, I'm telling you that it is going to be separation tomorrow. The North is ready for it. We are also ready. Let's go our either ways. And I'm telling you.
Now, they say if there will be a separation today, they are ready. They are ready. Let me tell you, bad governance doesn't favor anybody. See, if everybody is treated equal in Nigeria, everybody is given what they want, given the equal chance, level playground, good governance, nobody will want leave. There's nobody will not like family. Nobody will not like together unless not bitter person. Everybody will want to be together. But when you treat this Peter Paul, when you treat Paul better than Peter, oh, now why P-square they fight? Okay, we'll leave those ones. Now, when you treat these people better than this, you give this one more than you give this one, you give this one more opportunity than this one, one person go one leave. That is what causes agitation. So anybody can be agitated to leave if it's not treated well. So what is happening in South is this Biafran thing. If the Nigerian government really have the interest of the country at heart, if they really have the love of nationalism, they can call the civil to order. Say, what do you people want? We'll give it to you. and tell you no go pass like that, I bet you they do that and answer to what they want, nobody will want to leave. The Yoruba won't leave, the Hausa won't leave. That should tell you that something is wrong with the nation. Not just the people, but the nation itself. Something is wrong, and that is what we must find and fix. But until we don't fix that, one day even the president will say, I don't want to be in Nigeria again. Instead, go and leave. That is it.
Let's tell ourselves the truth now, at least for once. See, I'm going to speak, and a lot of people will think I'm speaking like a Biafran, but no, I want us to reason like analytical human beings. The fact is, the division of Nigeria, with all the indications on ground so far, is inevitable. The division of Nigeria is inevitable without implementing the regional system of government. Okay, let's look at the indicators. Number one, the fact is, the issue of national insecurity at the moment happens to be majorly a northern problem, right? You will quite agree with me on that. And in that regards now, any government of the day, any president at the moment that is not of the northern descent or northern origin that tries to fix that, if he's hoping to come for a second tenure, I bet you he can succeed in that. You quite agree with me, right? And this is what I mean by that. Okay, in addressing, considering bringing into view now what happened recently in Benue, just the normal issue of farmers herders clashes, as they call it, right? Okay, in fixing this kind of situations, now forget about the deployment of military, police, whatever, the president coming to visit. You quite agree with me that that doesn't solve anything, and it's not going to solve anything. The only thing that will solve that to some certain extent is we having a situation where there is ranches established for herders, right? That is to say, the herders must be in tune with changing times. Because you quite agree with me, there's no developed country you go to in this world today that you'll find a situation where animals wander all around. There is none. You can never find any developed country of that nature. But in so doing now, if the president of the day tries to enforce that, it's going to be rejected by the northerners to some certain extent, evidently clear even in the past, right? Considering the fact that these people are citizens or whatever, they are nomadic in nature, right? That has always been the conversation. They are nomadic in nature, so they move from places to places. And in fact, this, I don't know where we're actually getting this. Okay, if you say you are nomadic in nature, how do you expect the government to account for you? Have you ever seen a country where you have citizens being nomadic in nature and the government can account for them and make budgets for? So you see, the fact is, the herders must be in tune with changing times, but they are not ready for that. And even the politicians are not ready to have that conversation. Let's look at the issue of dialogue. We need to preach dialogue. We need to be accommodating. There's enough to share, I be according to Tinubu. But looking at it, you quite agree with me that as far as this life, this nature is concerned now, people have metamorphosized over time, which is the fact that people no more just live because they want to embrace each other in love and peace and harmony. There are two things that guide and regulate the conduct of humanity. One, adequate enforcement of the law, even in developed countries. That is to say, you know that when you do this, this will happen. You must reap for it. You will go in for it. That makes people behave to some certain extent. Another thing that guides people's conduct is the fact that they must be subordinate and superior, right? That is to say, in any way I live for there to be peace, is either they must be, you are the senior, I am the junior. So you know that when you try me, I will finish you, and me that knows that you are more powerful than me, I will not try you. Those are the things that keeps people in check. But if you think that we're going to sit down and be, in as much as we desire one Nigeria, we want to preach and we want to be all accommodating, we believe we're stronger together, but it's not the preaching of peace and love or whatever that keeps people together. These two indications are what keeps people together. And you quite agree with me to some certain extent, the two is missing. There is no adequate enforcement of laws, we are under-policed, even the armed forces is overwhelmed, and a lot of other things. So what will keep people in check? So what we are fighting for at the moment is a situation where who is more powerful? Is it me, the Fulani man? Is it me, the Yoruba man? Is it me, the Igbo man? Or is it me, the Hausa man? The fact is, that must be sorted out. When it's sorted out, now everybody will know his position, and people now will just decide to keep quiet and whatever. Looking at it, when you now introduce our religious extremism in all aspects as well, that is evident in the country. You have a lot of radical Muslims, radical Christians. We're not ready to tolerate each other. The only thing that will make us tolerate each other, let's tell ourselves the truth, is the full implementation of the law and the adequate protection of the vulnerable. That is just it. And all these things are missing. So how do you tell me we are not going to divide? And the fact is, looking at it now, Tinubu will not dare go that way, right? Because by the time he tries to introduce that, okay, there must be establishment of ranches to curtail the free movement of the Fulanis, you quite agree with me that he is going to lose a lot of... the fact is, he's already losing at the same time as far as the North is concerned at the moment. And that is what will bring the division closer in that regards. In the sense that Tinubu doesn't look like somebody that is ready to let go of the fact that this 8 years is his birthright. And at the same time, the Northerners are not ready to give it to him. So when you have a clash of the titans, Abi, that is what I refer to this 2027. Forget about this defection. Clash of the titans is going to definitely give birth to something. So, with all these indications on ground, my brother, the issue of one Nigeria, we are going to get better, will remain nothing but a delusion, seriously.